Hello and welcome back. Thalassophobia is an intense and persistent fear of vast, deep or bottomless bodies of water, such as oceans, seas, deep rivers or large lakes. While the exact mechanisms behind this widespread fear remain unclear, scientists have proposed that it may be rooted in evolutionary survival instincts. Dark, deep waters where the bottom is invisible and where deadly predators such as sharks or crocodiles may lurk pose a serious threat of drowning or attack. Avoiding such environments would have increased our ancestors' chances of survival. Over time, this ancestral fear may have been passed down and embedded into our genetic makeup as a survival mechanism. But everything has a beginning. So, when did Earth's deep waters shift from being relatively safe to something terrifying? If we eliminate the risk of drowning, then for most of Earth's history, deep water was actually quite safe. In fact, up until about 500 million years ago, during the Cambrian period, when the first fish began to evolve, we could have swum almost anywhere in the ocean without fear. For the first 4 billion years of Earth's history, deep waters were relatively safe. But starting around 419 million years ago, during the so-called Age of Fishes, the Devonian period, no large body of water on Earth could be considered truly safe anymore. That's when thalassophobia may have begun. So what happened? During the Devonian period, water covered up to 85% of the planet's surface. The major bodies of water at the time included the Panthalassic Ocean, the Reich Ocean, the Proto-Pacific, and the Paleotethys. Panthalassa was the largest, spanning 360 million square kilometers, twice the size of today's Pacific Ocean and covering 70% of Earth's surface. That's equivalent to the combined size of all 4 of our modern oceans. But these vast oceans were only dangerous in the sense that one could drown. Truly made Devonian waters terrifying were the deadly creatures lurking in shallower coastal zones. The Devonian nurtured a family of extremely dangerous fish, predators that still haunt our imagination today. We're talking about the Dunkleostidae family. These were heavily armored fishes that emerged in the early Devonian and rapidly took over aquatic ecosystems, becoming apex predators with terrifying hunting tools. And the most notorious of them all, Dunkleosteus. This was Earth's original sea monster. Dunkleosteus was the first mega-predator, an armored beast weighing several tons, capable of hunting anything, anywhere. Imagine a great white shark on a super soldier serum. Its body was significantly bulkier and more muscular, and its head and front torso were encased in solid, bony plates. The thickest parts, especially the neck behind the skull, were 5 to 7.6 centimeters thick. Unless you're the Hulk, there's no way you could survive an encounter with it. Even without its armor, the sheer size of this animal would have been terrifying. While only its armored skull is commonly preserved, making precise size estimates difficult, the smallest known specimens are thought to have measured 4 meters and weighed a ton, while the largest may have reached 10 meters and 4 tons. At that size, humans would be nothing more than snacks if we ever fell into the Devonian Ocean. Dunkleosteus didn't have teeth. It had enormous, sharp, bony plates. When these plates came together, they could exert a bite force of 5.6 tons per square centimeter on your fingertip, a biological guillotine. This bite was twice as strong as the megalodons, 5 times stronger than a T-Rex's, 20 times more powerful than a great white shark, and 100 times stronger than a lion's. Paired with its incredibly dense, reinforced jaw plates designed to withstand and deliver extreme force, Dunkleosteus could easily crush the bones and armor of any creature of its time, even members of its own species. If one chose you as a target, it meant certain death. Dunkleosteus used a unique 4-bar linkage mechanism to open its jaws, much like the pump jacks found in oil fields. This allowed it to snap its jaws open in just 20 to 60 milliseconds, twice as fast as the blink of an eye. This rapid motion generated a low-pressure zone that could literally suck prey into its mouth. Dunkleosteus alone made the Devonian oceans hundreds of times deadlier than anything depicted in the classic 1975 film Jaws.
And the Dunkleostidae family had other notorious members, such as Eastman osteus and Westralichthys,
which reached sizes similar to modern bull sharks, more than enough to prey on human-sized animals with ease. Ruled the Earth's oceans throughout the entire 60-million-year Devonian period. At any time, in any region during those geological ages, you might encounter these armored aquatic Pac-Mans. While Dunkleosteus and its relatives were the dominant predators, the largest fish of the Devonian actually belonged to a different superfamily, Dinyschthyloidea, and the crown belonged to Titanichthys. Despite its fearsome appearance and strong resemblance to Dunkleosteus, Titanichthys was a harmless filter feeder, akin to modern baleen whales or basking sharks. It used its enormous mouth to suck in plankton and small fish. Even so, a head-on encounter with a 7.6-meter-long fish with shark-like fins would have been terrifying. But the Devonian was known as the Age of Fishes, so it hosted many more remarkable species. One such group was the Onychodontiforms. Their secret weapon was a snake-like skull, highly mobile, made of loosely connected segments, some of which were not even directly joined. This allowed them to launch extremely fast, powerful strikes without breaking their own skulls, and to swallow large prey whole. You can see similar traits in modern snakes and pythons. The champion of this family was Onychodus, which could grow up to 4 meters long and weigh over 160 kilograms. About the size of a female lion. Onychodus was an active ambush predator. It used its strong fins to lunge and its massive tail to strike prey, then swallowed them whole. Fossils suggest it may have consumed prey the size of a human in a single gulp. And trust us, you'd want to be swallowed whole, because the alternative would be worse. Onychodus and its relatives had needle-sharp teeth lining their mouths, perfect for piercing flesh. Most terrifying of all, their giant fang-like tusks at the front of the jaw could be extended or retracted to stab and shred their prey. If Dunkleosteus was a biological guillotine, then these were living meat grinders of the Devonian. Another fascinating group from this time was the Cladocelachidae, or fake sharks. Their most well-known members were Cladocelache and Magribocelache. Despite their shark-like appearance, these creatures were not closely related to modern sharks. They used trident-like teeth to spear and hold prey in place, then swallowed them or thrashed them to death. Cladocelachidae were the first known vertebrates to evolve tooth replacement, allowing them to keep their bite razor-sharp. With the fake sharks of Cladocelachidae, the ambush predators of Onychodontiforms, and the tank-like Dunkleostidae, the Devonian was truly a reign of fish unlike any other. And perhaps this is where our fear of deep water was born, not just from the vastness of the unknown, but from what once lurked in it.